So Michelle, when someone comes in and they're looking for bedding, do they have an idea or do they not really have a clue?
Most of the time when people come in, they know that they want a duvet cover, and usually that's about it. Some have an idea of color preferences. Those can sometimes change though when we actually show them duvet covers that are available, and usually there's something different from what they originally anticipated. So a lot of times we'll get a feel for wall color, but most of the time that tends to be fairly neutral anyways. So I just had a lady come in. She was just looking for a duvet cover, king duvet cover for her master bedroom. And so what we did was we just went through some of, we quickly looked through only a small portion here of the collection, but I went through and I explained a little bit about a couple of these that I thought she would be interested in, and then she took a look on her own for a little while and she came back to one that she decided she really loved. And then what we did with it was we brought it over here and we just spread it out. This was the one she selected here, and it's beautiful. It's got gray on one side with a white sketch pattern of a botanical, and then on the reverse side, it's really nice. You get two looks. It has the white background. Okay, so two different looks there. And she came in originally wanting greens or oranges, but then we switched to blues. So this is a linen fabric, works lovely with a natural cotton. And so we ended up doing some Euro shams, which are the big square shams that go on the back of the bed against the headboard. And we did them in the blue fabric here, this blue linen, and we did the back in the gray. So again, she has them reversible. And for some contrast, we did some ivory piping that'll go along the edges of them. And her headboard is in ivory. So again, we're really pulling out the ivory that's in here. See how lovely that looks with the ivory sheets that we've got here. This is actually a soft white, and it's a beautiful fresh combination when we put all of these together. So it was as simple as that. And we had some leftover fabric from the Euro shams here. So what we did was we did a rectangular cushion. This is called a 15 by 25, and so it's just a great size for right front and center of a king bed. So this is our big accent piece that we're going to use. Not in this pattern, it's just an idea of the size. We did it in, again, the leftover from these three fabrics, and we banded it. And we ended up on the banding putting some buttons. So we added 5 buttons to the pattern. And what we did was, while we were working together, I actually just drew up a really quick sketch of what she wanted. It doesn't have to be fancy. This is all it was a couple different colors, a band, and some buttons, and as simple as that.
Now, how come you did 5 buttons and not 4 buttons?
Well, I started out with 5, and sometimes I'll take it down to 4. We were trying to watch the budget a little bit, but then when I mentioned that to the client, she said, no, my husband is superstitious about 4, so we added the 5th button. So we had to absolutely have 5 buttons. And
one other question was, you mentioned that she came in looking for one color, and then you changed kind of midway. Why did you change? Was that her choice or your choice, or?
That was her choice. She originally said she just has a tendency to lean towards certain colors, but once she picked this beautiful neutral, and she first selected from the blue to the green. We brought in this orange is one of the places we started. Also this terrific green. This was another one of her choices, but when you see them all together, at the end of the day, this ended up being her favorite, just from, she wasn't thinking blue originally, but she loves blue. Her husband loves blue. Blue works so beautifully, and so that's where we ended up. It was entirely her preference because all of them are absolutely gorgeous with it.